Good? Okay, so this is just talking a little bit about the approach of soloing. So the two approaches to soloing are melodic and chordal. So if we're talking about the chordal approach, it's essentially going to be very similar to our walking bass line where we're playing, arpeggiating the chords. So I'm just playing the 1, 3, 5, 6, and then I'm adding in, maybe a flat 7 or something like that. But you're basically just walking around the chords, and you can do that from a high point, from a low point, however you want to do that. But that would be more of the chordal approach. You also don't have to keep it in time. That's, one of the big ways of improvising is changing the timing. So instead of doing a straight quarter pattern like that, where I'm playing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, where I'm keeping in time, I could switch that up and do. So I've used all the same notes. I haven't changed anything with my left hand, but I'm changing the timing. I'm changing the syncopation of it. So that's a real easy way to take the walking bass line and make it your own, is by changing the timing of it. The other way is melodically. So if you're going to go melodically, you have to find, obviously, the notes of the melody. The song we were doing earlier, Little Georgia Rose, starts out, or come and listen to my story. So I'm finding that, oh, come and listen to my story. And that approach requires quite a bit more involvement as far as finding those notes. But you can take a snippet of the melody, so maybe the pickup notes, and so what I did is I took the first few notes of the melody and then I went to more of a chordal approach. And flip-flopping back and forth between those really makes for the most interesting solo, because you're referencing the melody so that people recognize what it is you're playing, but then you're going into your own thing that is something different. And the biggest thing to keep in mind when you're soloing is it's not about how many notes you're playing. It's about what notes you're playing. So don't be afraid to leave space, to not play, to leave a gap in there and things like that. It's not going to sound like you're lost if you do it with purpose. Now, if you just get lost, then that's a different thing. But try to allow yourself to leave space and use syncopation, use the melody, use chords, and use those chord tones that we used in the walking bass line.